Hey guys, it's Alina here, and today I have another Empties video for you. So if you haven't seen an Empties video, basically we collect our trash and recycling pretty much, basically empty containers from makeup, beauty, hair care, etc. And we save it to share in a video, and what this does is allows us to talk about products more in depth because we've used up the entire product, and we can say whether or not we'd buy it again, and that's kind of the gist of it. So before I get started, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you love Empties videos. I know I love watching them, so hopefully you guys do too. And let's just jump in. Okay, so I've kind of arranged it. I had an entire bag full, and I've been like itching to film this video because I want to get rid of all of this stuff. It's a lot. So I'm gonna start first with lotion. If you watched any of my Empties videos, you know I go through lots and lots of lotion, but ironically we only have one lotion this time, which is kind of bizarre, but it is a pretty big container. This is the Alba Botanica Very Emollient Body Lotion, original scent, I guess. I was about to say flavor, but I swear I'm not eating this stuff, my skin is. It provides 100% daily hydration for normal to dry skin. It's got no parabens, phthalates, or animal testing, 100% vegetarian ingredients, a 32-ounce bottle. I got this not because I was looking for this particular brand or item, but I got this because it was the only natural lotion at the time available through Amazon Prime Now. Amazon Prime Now saves me a lot of times because I'll be like, I just ran out of lotion. I don't feel like leaving my house. Amazon Prime will take too long. Amazon Prime Now. So that's how this happened. I really thought that I was gonna hate it because it says very emollient, and sometimes those creams and lotions take forever for your skin to soak up, but this was actually really amazing, and I think that that's why I didn't have to use as much because of how like thick and moisturizing it was. So this was amazing, and I would actually definitely repurchase this. Unfortunately, they don't have it on Amazon Prime Now anymore, so I'd have to buy it a normal way. Remember back in the day when there was no online shopping and people actually had to go to the store? I guess that'll be me. Next up, Gillette's Venus Olay, wow, there's a lot of stuff, but not Gillette Venus Olay Violet Swirl Shave Gel. Honestly, it's shaving cream. It's nothing super spectacular, but I get it through Amazon Prime. Whenever I need it, I buy like a 6-pack and it lasts forever. This does last me a really long time because it's the kind that comes out in like a purple gel and then like foams up. But like I've said in the past, it's really important to use the same brand of shaving cream as your razor because they're designed to work together. So I have a Gillette razor, so I try as much as possible to stick to the Gillette shaving cream. Didn't this used to be called Satin Care? I just realized that right now. That's why I was like looking for something on here. Next is hand soap. So this is the Bath & Body Works Fresh Lavender Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. It's the kind that is liquid and then you pump it and it comes into a sudsy soap. I really loved it. I actually would repurchase this, but I got as a gift this same kind of hand soap but in apple flavor, which I always love an apple flavor, or lavender like this one. But really great. They always have sales on these kinds of things, especially now that Black Friday is coming up. Keep an eye out. They're gonna have tons and tons of sales. So definitely a great hand soap. Not really harsh on your hands. Great for keeping in your bathroom to wash your hands. Next is the Sephora Ultimate Brightening Serum. So this pops up every once in a while in their sales section, and when it does, I usually grab it. I don't think it exists otherwise. I don't know where they're getting this stuff from, but I found this a while back in the sales section and I decided to try it because I was like, Ultimate Brightening Serum, Dark Spot Task Force, this sounds great. And then when I used it, it smells like men's cologne. So it's a very strong smell, so if you don't like that smell, you're not gonna like it, but I happen to love that smell. I don't think I noticed a huge difference in my skin, but I find that it's, for the most part, kind of hard to notice these kinds of things unless you take a before and after picture. I feel like it's easier to notice if a serum is affecting your pimples or, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? I actually think I have another bottle of this, but I'm using another serum that I want to use up. So this item is technically not an empty because it's not empty, but I went to use it and I had to get rid of it, and I'm so sad. This is the Boscia Bright White Mask. So the thing I love about Boscia masks are that I'm pretty sure all of them are peel-off masks, which is so fun. If you didn't grow up in the 90s, which most of you watching probably weren't old enough in the 90s to be using face masks, but peel-off masks were all the rage. And yeah, I think the brand was Freeman that used to do it. Does anyone remember that? Super fun. So when I saw that these were peel-off masks, I was so excited, and I actually got this along with the Cool Blue mask. I loved both of them. I loved this one as well, but when I went to use it, all that came out was some like oily looking thing, and this is normally like a white color, almost like glue, and it smells like Elmer's glue. So I was like, yeah, probably not good. And that's kind of one of the big reasons why I try my best to not open up too many products, especially skincare stuff. Like I try to just have a set amount and just work through that as much as I want to open up something new. Because once you open it and expose it to the air, it's going to start going bad. So it doesn't last as long, of course. But if this had been sealed and I had just opened it, it probably would have been all right. Sad. Next, this is my second bottle of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Foundation. This is my everyday foundation. I love it. It has such a great application. You can double coat it if you want more coverage. It's just amazing. Like, this is what I wear on the daily. The only thing that sucks is I wish that it had SPF in it. That's one of my biggest complaints. And I'm on my third bottle, so I love it. And I'll keep buying it until I find something that's as comparable. I have heard that the Lorac Sheer Perfection Foundation is very similar, and I actually have it, but it's like one of those things that I haven't opened it yet because I have a lot of foundations that I'm trying to work through. The L'Oreal Eye Makeup Remover, 100% oil free. I have been using this eye makeup remover since middle school. It is the first eye makeup remover that I found back then. Like, most people shopped it like for this kind of stuff in the drugstore because there wasn't any online shopping. And unless you like frequented department stores, which I didn't, and we didn't have the money to buy that kind of stuff. So it was all stuff from the makeup and skincare section of Kmart and Target, like those kinds of places. Was Target even around back then? I'm not sure, but definitely Kmart. So the reason why I love this so much is because it's oil free. The only time that you really need an oil-based eye makeup remover is if you have really stubborn waterproof makeup. That's when the oil-based eye makeup removers will help. But for me, especially because I always had problem skin, the feeling of putting oil on my face, I just don't like that feeling. It just reminds me of baby oil. And to be honest, you might as well just use baby oil and save your money. But if you want something that's that doesn't have oil in it, this is amazing. I haven't found anything that's comparable. No makeup wipe, no nothing. This stuff, it's like, granted, the ingredients are not that great in the sense, because if you got some of the liquid in your eye, it's going to burn a little. But I don't know any eye makeup remover that you can get in your eye and it won't burn. Except maybe, I guess, coconut oil. But again, the oil, it's gross, freaks me out. But it's oil-free, safe for contact lens wearers, dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested, suitable for all skin types. I just love it. You can't beat it for the price. This is, I can't even know how many bottles of this I've gone through, because like I said, I've been using it since middle school. So obviously I'd repurchase that. Next, I've got my Pureology, upside down, shampoo, and I actually just finished a conditioner as well. So let's pretend like I have the other bottle here. This is all that I use for shampoo and conditioner. I don't use anything else. If you have crazy colored hair, or even if you have bleached hair in general, Pureology is the way to go. It's very concentrated shampoo, so you only need a little bit, but it's meant to work with really like damaged hair. I always say damaged because when you bleach, you damage. Even if your hair feels nice, you're still causing damage with the bleach, so you need kind of extra care. Using regular drugstore shampoo is not gonna do it. You really have to invest, like you invested in bleaching your hair, getting highlights, all this stuff. Spend a little more money and get like a quality shampoo. If you can't afford Pureology, Redken is a great, more affordable option, but if you can afford Pureology, I definitely recommend it. These shampoo and conditioners usually last me anywhere from like 4 to 5 months. but that depends on how often you wash your hair and how long your hair is and all that. But I love it. This is the Strength Cure one. This is meant for strengthening your hair. It's for microscarred, damaged, color-treated hair. 97% stronger hair after only one use of the system. That's their claim. Really, really great stuff. They have other ones. They have hydrating ones, their color fanatic one, but this is the one that I've always been using, so I've been sticking to it. But you guys are surprised to see this if you saw my favorites video. I think every Empties video has had at least one of these bottles in it, and this is the Garnier Fructis Volume Extend dry shampoo. This stuff is amazing, and for the price, you can't beat it. It's excellent. I used to really love a dry shampoo that Aveeno used to make, but they don't make it anymore. At least I've never found it again in the stores. So I tried a lot of different drugstore brands to find something that worked for me. And this is the only one that I've tried drugstore-wise that I actually loved the smell, how it worked. You know, sometimes you put a dry shampoo in your hair and no matter how much you brush it out, it just always leaves a residue. For me, this one has never been a problem. And I've been using this since I had really dark hair, like when I had my dark brown hair. So yeah, it works. Next up is my Alterna Caviar Repair X Retexturizing Protein Cream. And it says with strand building proteins for damage-free hair. The reason why I first picked this up was because when I did my consultation with my hairstylist, she was like, you need to start putting protein in your hair to get ready for this bleaching process and even afterwards, because it'll help strengthen your hair and all that. And it needs to be something with protein because that's the only thing that's gonna strengthen your hair. So I'm pretty sure it's like protein or something in Sephora, like the Sephora website. And this is the only item that came up and it had really good reviews. I'm on my second bottle of this, and this tube lasted me a really long time because you don't need to use a lot of it. So it is pricey, but it does last a really long time. Alterna is an amazing brand and it smells really, really good. A deeply restorative leave-in treatment for coarse, porous, severely damaged hair. Amazing. They also have in the same Caviar Repair X line, they have a conditioning spray that's meant to be like a leave-in conditioner that's a heat protectant. I do have that and I use that as well in conjunction with this. And that heat protector protects up to 450 degrees, which is what you want to look for in a heat protector, because even though you shouldn't be using your iron at 450 degrees, a lot of people have irons that go up to that heat. Next up, Publix Non-acetone Nail Polish Remover. I paint my nails a lot, so I go through a lot of nail polish remover. It's a decent nail polish remover, non-acetone, so it's not damaging on your nails. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just a store brand nail polish remover, but this is what I use. I've never seen the point in buying like a very expensive nail polish remover. If anyone uses one of those like fancy nail polish removers, please leave me a comment and explain like what the difference you've seen. So maybe I'll check it out. Urban Decay's All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I'm so sad. I'm so sad to have this in this video. I literally just finished this. This is my second bottle. Is it my second bottle? No, my third bottle. The first one I had was one of the smaller travel sizes. They're like taller travel size, not the little itty bitty ones. And that one was in the D-Slick. And then I ended up getting the All-Nighter one. And this is my second big bottle. I already have one waiting in the wings, and I am so like trying. I'm trying so hard not to open up that new one because I have other setting sprays and I've been using this one for years, and I want to give some of the other setting sprays a shot, but I'm just having really bad luck. Like right now I'm trying one from Laura Geller, and that pump sprays like, I can't even, like, it feels like you got, like if you got your hands wet and you went like, and you just had like, that's what it feels like. It's not misting at all. I'm wondering if maybe I should put it in this bottle, pour it into this bottle, because this has a really great pump. It mists really nicely and doesn't like apply, like when I spray that Laura Geller one, the moment I spray it, I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna have mascara all over my eyes because that's how like wet it comes out. But yeah, if you're looking for a setting spray, everyone's talked about this, so I'm sure you've heard of it. Give it a shot. It's amazing. And if you're not sure, get one of the, I think they're like $14, like the larger like travel size ones. Really, really, really great. Bio oil. So I got this because a lot of people say that it's really great for scars and stretch marks and all kinds of like skin things. And I've been like avoiding trying this because it's an oil, and I just don't like the feeling of oil on my skin. I just feel like a chicken cutlet about to be fried up. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. But I tried it out. I don't think I really noticed any difference in scars or anything like that, so I haven't repurchased it. Maybe I didn't give it long enough, but I went through the entire bottle, so there's that. It does have really good reviews though, which is why I initially tried it. Next up is Benefit's Moisture Triple Performing Facial Emulsion, which is a fancy word for face moisturizer. I love this. This is like the best daytime face moisturizer that I've ever used. It's got the perfect consistency, not too thick, not too thin. It's got SPF 15, which granted is not high enough for what you should be wearing when you go out. Like, you're supposed to be wearing SPF 30 at least, but at least got some SPF. But it doesn't have that SPF smell that most face moisturizers do when they have SPF. You know what I'm talking about? That they feel, they're a moisturizer, but they feel like sunscreen and they smell like sunscreen. That's, ugh, I hate that because I feel like it doesn't spread really nicely. So I love this stuff. I would repurchase it. Right now I think I have a few deluxe sample size versions that I got as like free gifts and stuff like that. So I do have some that I can use, but I'm trying a facial moisturizer, a daytime one that I got from Alginist, that I got through Hotlook, and we'll see how I end up liking that one. But look, see, here's like the smaller size. I love it because I have some of these and I try to save them as much as possible for trips because they're just the perfect size, and it's a moisturizer that I know I'm gonna love. You just saw these in my favorites video and I've already ordered another box. So in my favorites video, I think I had like 1 or 2 left, and I was so pumped when I was editing that video. I was like, I need to do nose strips. I think I had 3 nose strips left because I feel like you always end up having, when you have the combo pack, you always end up having more nose strips than face strips, even though it's like 12 and 12. But the face strips you can use for forehead and chin, and once I like used it on my forehead, I was like, okay, I can't do the chin without the forehead. This is way too fun. What I ended up doing, I think I had 3 nose strips, the 3 nose strips left. I was like, they're the same material, just shaped differently. Can't I just use a nose strip as a face strip?
Oh, you can.
So I had 3 nose strips. It was hilarious, and it totally worked. The only thing is obviously like the shape of the nose strip is kind of funky, so you gotta be careful with placement so you don't basically wax off your hair, but in a pinch it works. Got some eyelashes, of course. These are the Ardell Double Up Wispies, which are my favorite of the Double Up line. They're really, really, really amazing. Lots of drama without being obvious, like, well, it's probably obvious, but like, you know what I mean, over the top. Really, really great. The only complaint is I wish that they had them through Amazon, because Amazon tends to be cheaper, and also I can get them quicker, but I've been ordering them through Ulta. Next I got Alginist Ultimate Anti-Aging Eye Cream. This is a deluxe sample size. I really liked it, but my complaint is I think it's just a little too thick. It's got the consistency of hair wax, kind of, and I find that when an eye cream has that much like that thickness, it's very hard to be like super delicate and actually blend it out. I just wish it was a little less thick. Look, I went through 2 of them. But I did like it. I don't know if I would repurchase it because there are other eye creams that I know have like the consistency that I like. Not too thin, not too thick. This one, the L'Oreal Eye Defense, this one I found to be a little too thin for my taste. I like an eye cream to be supple and like not like this to me felt like a daytime face moisturizer. It felt almost like the Benefit one, which is fine for your face, but I like for the eye cream to feel thicker but not too thick, because I don't know, I feel like the eyes need more moisture, and it probably moisturizes the same, but the thickness I did not like this. It works fine, and I would probably say that this is a great drugstore option if you're like in your early 20s and you want to start using an eye cream but you don't want to invest too much. This is probably a good option because especially when you're younger, you don't need as much moisture, so this is probably good. If you put too much moisture on your eyes, you can end up getting those little like bumps. This next item is I can never say this. Shiseido. There's no way I'm saying that right. I'm terrible. Ultimate Power Infusing Concentrate. I got this, I think through Clout or something. They sent this to me. Super tiny bottle, but this lasted so long. And this serum is probably the most amazing thing I've ever felt. Like, I put this on before I put moisturizer, and I'm telling you, when I go through a lot of the serums that I have and I'm ready to purchase one, I don't care how expensive this one is, it felt so amazing. It had a good smell to it. It had that right consistency for a serum, like not too thick that you're like, oh, I'm weird, I don't feel good to put moisturizer on because I feel like I got so much on. It was just nice and just felt like silk. It just, love it. Just wish it wasn't so expensive. Next is a sample of Exuviance Age Reversal Toning Neck Cream. I think I took this on a couple trips just because it was a neck cream that I can like take with me. Honestly, I didn't notice any difference. It kind of just felt like any other lotion. I'm actually looking for recommendations for neck cream, so if you guys have any recommendations, comment below, but do not say the Tarte one because that one sucks. Sorry for the people that like that one. I probably wouldn't purchase this. There's probably better options out. Glide Pro Health Floss. Yes, I share even my floss with you guys. I've been using this floss for years. I get it through Amazon Subscribe and Save, so I save money and I just get like a multi-pack. It's the mint flavored. This is the only floss I use because it's not like round. The shape of the floss is like almost like a little tiny flat ribbon. The reason why that's good is because it's technically skinny on one side, so it's easy to get in between teeth, especially if the teeth are close together. I find that some like round, like string type flosses are too thick and it's hard to get in between the teeth, and sometimes like they like break when you're trying to get in there. Very, very gentle, really great. I've been using this for years. Toothpaste! Colgate Total. This is the only toothpaste I use and the only toothpaste I've been using forever. I've tried lots of toothpaste. This is the one I use. I use the whitening one. I tend to alternate between the paste and the gel. This is the paste. Just because I use a bottle of the paste and I'm like, I wonder what the gel would be like. And then I use a bottle of gel and I'm like, I wonder what the paste would be like. But since it's just me, it takes forever for me to get through a tube of toothpaste. So it's never a short enough time that I can remember what it was like. So I can't say, oh, I like the gel better. Because it's weird. Love that toothpaste. No complaints. And since I've been religiously using Colgate Total, I haven't had a single cavity. I don't know. Next is Clean & Clear's Oil Absorbing Sheets. I go through so many of these. I've got one of these in my makeup room, one of them in my purse at all times, one of them in my regular room. Like, I should probably keep one in my car. I'm an oily girl. Probably will be an oily girl to the day I die, or at least until menopause. These are amazing. I've tried using Boscia, I've tried using Tarte, like all the expensive brands. Nothing compares, in my opinion, to this. And the price is right. I get it through, again, through Subscribe and Save, so I save some money on that. A couple more makeup items. So this is Covergirl's, all of the writing is gone. Covergirl's like TruBlend Concealer or whatever in number 3. I don't think it's empty, but I was going through my makeup collection and I'm like, I haven't used this in a long time and pretty sure it's easily 3-4 years old. Not sure, but I was like, it's time to say goodbye. And I have plenty of concealers to use. So I remember really liking this concealer, and it's a great option for drugstore concealers. I'm not sure if they still have this type or if they've replaced this one with the Ready Set Gorgeous line, the Katy Perry one. I don't know. Next, Stila's Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. An amazing liquid eyeliner. I just started a new one, but I feel like the applicator has changed. Like in the newer one, I feel like it's more, like here, it's very like flexible. I feel like the new one is not as flexible, and I like when the tip is flexible so you can like, so it doesn't feel like you're scraping your eye. But nevertheless, I would definitely recommend getting this if you're looking for a black liquid eyeliner. I like this felt tip applicator more than others. Really great. So now on to some random stuff. Not necessarily random, but supplements. So I've mentioned before that I'm kind of going through a health thing, so I have gotten into supplements and religiously taking them more than I ever taken supplements my entire life. So I'm going to share some of the ones I've taken and whether or not I've noticed a difference and why these particular ones were chosen and whatnot. So the first one is kind of probably TMI, but it's Nature Wise Total Colon Care. It's a 10-day rapid cleanse. It's a colon cleanse which is usually the first thing that they recommend doing when you're trying to boost your immune system and be healthy and all that. There's lots of different cleanses you can do, but a colon cleanse is usually the first step. They tend to be very harsh, and usually you're like stuck in the bathroom and all that stuff. This is the first time I've ever done one, and I used this one. I will say that it was very, very gentle in my opinion, but I'm also someone that tends to eat a lot of fruit. I'm Cuban, so I eat beans like every day. So this maybe would be harsher on someone that doesn't eat as much fiber as I do. So this maybe be a shock to their system. I don't know. But for me, I found it to be very gentle, almost too gentle. Like I would probably go for something a little harsher. But if you're looking for something, a cleanse that is going to be gentle, like for a beginner, one that you're not going to be like stuck in the bathroom all day. Like I didn't have any sort of like rapid exit strategy, like necessity or anything like that. This is a good one. By the way, all this stuff will be linked like I always do in the description box. So next up is New Chapter's Every Woman Multivitamin. It's a whole food complex multivitamin for immune, stress, and hormone support. The cool thing about their vitamins is that they're whole food complex, which means that they're made with whole food sources. So that's why they can be taken on an empty stomach. Like normal vitamins, you would have to take it with food because certain vitamins need certain like combinations with your food. Like for example, if it's a fat soluble vitamin, like you need to be eating it with food so it can like absorb better. I loved this vitamin. It didn't give me an upset stomach despite it having iron. I know certain vitamins can be harsh on your stomach because of the iron, but this one is not, even if you take it on an empty stomach. In addition to like all your vitamins that you normally need, it also has herbal blends, stress energy support blend. It's got a hormone support blend, immune support blend, digestive support blend, cardio support blend, and it's also got like turmeric and ginger in it, which are great for your immune system. It's just a great all-around vitamin. Organic herbs and cultured whole food complex vitamins and minerals work together to promote optimal health and condition-specific benefits, not just address nutrient deficiencies. And in addition to that, it also has probiotics in it. So it's literally an all-in-one vitamin. So I would definitely recommend this brand specifically. And if you're a woman, like this specific one. They also have one for over 50. And they also, of course, have ones for men as well. You can always find cheaper vitamins like at the drugstore and stuff, but they're not going to be as high quality. And if they're not high quality or formulated in the right way, they're not absorbable and your body's not going to absorb it, which is kind of pointless. So my recommendation, pay a little more. A lot of times they have coupons for this or it'll go on sale. I'll check on Amazon because I bet you it's cheaper on Amazon. Really, really great stuff. Okay, next is Garden of Life, which is another really good brand. Vitamin code raw zinc. And zinc is meant for skin and immune system health. I got this because for the immune system part, really, really great. Garden of Life is another brand that they tend to always do the whole food source thing. This has zinc and vitamin C. Apparently vitamin C helps the absorption of zinc. And then it also has a raw organic fruit and vegetable blend, a trace mineral blend, and a probiotic and enzyme blend. Really, really good stuff. So it's good for immune system health, skin and eye health, prostate health. It's got live probiotics and enzymes to support healthy digestion. Good stuff. Never had any issues taking this. Basically these combination, like this isn't all the supplements I take, I'm going to show you, but it's the ones that I've finished a bottle so far, but I'll show you guys as I finish other bottles. But I haven't gotten sick since I started doing this, like not at all. And I've been around babies and my sister is a teacher. So I always joke that I have an immune system of an infant because I always get sick and I haven't gotten sick at all. And I'm definitely excited to go through the winter time and flu season to see if this combination has really boosted my immune system. Next is from Mushroom Science. It's a brand that I think they sell mostly on Amazon. It's a Coriolis PSP. It's a full spectrum extract. It's for immune support. It's basically mushrooms. There's a lot of studies on mushrooms and certain mushrooms and how they can boost your immune system. In the reviews, a lot of people actually use this to help with a dog, like their dog, giving it to their dog when their dog had a cancer diagnosis or whatever. So I recommend reading the reviews because there's a lot of uses. Another zinc bottle. I went through a lot. Indole 3-carbinol supports cellular health and it's like good for detoxification. Basically, this is found in cruciferous vegetables. So broccoli, cauliflower, those kinds of things. I don't eat a lot of that. So I've been taking it as a supplement but basically it neutralizes free radicals and promotes proper detoxification. So really great. This is one that most everyone should take. Of course, like I'm not a doctor, but I've done my research and I recommend you do your research and, you know, find a doctor that supports the idea of supplements, because some doctors are like, oh, you don't need supplements. But a lot of our produce has been so depleted of vitamins and minerals because of the not rotating crops and just depleting the soil of nutrients. So there are times where we definitely need supplements. Vitamin D is one supplement that most everyone needs because we don't spend time outside, and when we do, we wear sunscreen, and therefore we're not getting the vitamin D. Vitamin D is produced through the skin, and that's the most absorbable way. There are foods that are fortified with vitamin D, but that's not really the best source. The sun is really supposed to get you the best source. And so this is the whole food vitamin D3, and it's from Garden of Life, of course. I chose a lot of Garden of Life because I like that it's a whole food vitamin, and they also have the fruit and vegetable blend, so it's very, very good on your stomach. But vitamin D is good for bone and joint health, breast and prostate health, immune system health, and most of us are deficient in it. The first time I found out I was deficient was many years ago, and I was so deficient that I had to take mega doses. I think it was 10,000 units. I had to take like 50,000 units a week. And that kind of alarmed me to take so much, but it was like a prescription and I had to do it. I was so low. And it's one of those things that when you get that deficient, it takes a while to build that back up. So this is 5,000 units, which is safe to take daily, which is what I do. But if you've never gotten your vitamin D levels tested, I highly recommend it. It's not normally done. You know, if you go for your average checkup, they don't usually check for that or the B12. But if you tell your doctor that you've been feeling lethargic and, you know, you want to check your vitamin B12 and your vitamin D levels, because you just have to like say something so that they do it and they have a reason to do it, and so that your insurance will cover it. I highly recommend doing it, at least probably during your daily checkup. But if you do it and you find that you're within levels, then you're good. But if you're deficient, you might want to get it checked more often. Vitamin D is so important for your immune health. Most people don't realize. And of course, like the reason we also know about vitamin D is because strong bones. So very, very important. We got two left. This one is CoQ10, and this is Nature's Bounty. I think this is kind of like one of the junky drugstore type brands. I don't know why I got this particular one, or maybe I had gotten it a while ago and I was just finishing the bottle. I'm not sure. I did get a different brand this time around, like for the next one. CoQ10 supports heart health and energy production. It's an antioxidant, so it helps fight like free radicals. We come across a lot of free radicals like in our day-to-day life. Our body produces them. Free radicals can cause like cancer and aging and all that stuff. But really great. Didn't have any issues. The last one I'm going to talk about is again from Garden of Life, and this is the Vitamin Code Raw B Complex. And again, it's high potency whole food B complex formula. The B vitamins are so important, and a lot of people are deficient in them because we just don't eat enough healthy foods, and especially B12. And B12 is like important, especially for like mood and things like that. There are a lot of different types of B complexes out there, and I've taken a variety of them, but I've always had a negative experience with B complexes. They always gave me a stomach ache, and I just never stuck to them because of it. This vitamin is good for mental and physical energy, heart and blood health, healthy response to stress. So all really, really great things. And like I said, if you're worried about your B12, especially levels, just tell your doctor that you're very lethargic and you just feel very tired. Or maybe you do actually feel tired, but you can tell your doctor that and they'll test you they'll check your B12 levels. So this has thiamine, which is vitamin B1, riboflavin, which is vitamin B2, niacin, vitamin B6, folate, vitamin B12, biotin, and pantothenic acid. It also has the raw organic fruit and vegetable blend and the raw probiotic blend. This you take 2 a day, and it's got well over your daily value, so you know that you're going to be good. And it's got folate versus folic acid. So I'm not sure what happened with the remaining footage. I don't know if my camera ate it or what, but thankfully this was the last product. I was basically saying that folate is the more absorbable version. It's much better than folic acid, and usually in the cheapy vitamins they have folic acid instead of folate, so definitely look for folate instead of folic acid. And then I gave my outro, and that was pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!